This is Glenn Maslowski from Endless Innovations in Mud USA. Over the past years, we've been asked by a lot of customers and potential customers, things like that, why don't we have videos about what we do here at Endless in Mud? And honestly, the answer is, I don't know. We, over the years, have really, produced a lot of cool projects out of this shop. Sometimes our projects are proprietary because we do a lot with the aerospace and defense industry, but then there's also a lot of projects that are public and we can show you. So what we decided to do for 2014 is start producing some videos and introducing you to what we actually do here in the shop, so you have a better understanding and we can, maybe work on some projects together. So I guess to begin with, let me just clarify what Endless Innovation in Mud USA is. Endless Innovations was started back in 1999 by my wife Janine and I, and it was basically a contracting company. I'm an engineer, she's a graphic artist, so we were contracting out those services. About 5 years into that project, we started acquiring some machine tools, different fabricating equipment, and we started to get some contracts for actually projects, not just contracting work. So we decided to put a division inside of Endless Innovations that was called Mud USA, which is Manufacturer of Unique Designs. And basically that was responsible for actually making the projects for the contracts. It's not a different company, it's just a different name inside of Endless Innovations, almost like if it's GE and the Skunk Works and things like that, they're names with inside the company. So basically they're the same company, we're under the same roof, we basically just use those names synonymously. So if you see the website that says Endless in Mud, it's the same company. So what I want to do is I just want to show you a little bit around the shop and the capabilities we have here and the type of things we do. And then as we move on further into the project series and the video series, we're going to be walking through complete projects with you. Sometimes we'll be able to give you more information about the projects, sometimes not as much, but we'll try to fill the gamut of the different expertise and skill sets we have here in the building. So let's just take a quick walk around the shop so you know what we have. So basically where I'm standing right now, this is our raw stock area. I'm at the back door of our building here. This is where the employees come in. This is our raw stock area, and this is also our manual milling and machine area. So basically we have 2 milling machines that are manual and one is manual CNC for doing prototype projects and things like that. We have our steel welding bench where we do a lot of our fabricating, welding, small assemblies and things like that. As we move over this way, we have this is our CNC plasma cutter. Over here we have our manual and CNC lathe department. So basically we have one manual lathe, one CNC lathe. And again, this equipment is really used to just fulfill all the project requirements that we have, because we do get some really cool projects in here. If we continue on through this way, this is our milling and CNC lathe department also. So we have 3 milling machines in here. We have 2 higher precision older machines. These are extremely precise machines. We use them for hogging out big parts and things like that. Over here we have our Kuma, which is our CNC turret lathe. And then behind us over here is our new Haas Mini Mill. And again, we use a lot of this for our 3D milling and things like that. We are going to be getting a couple more of these machines that have a little more memory so we can do bigger projects. On the back side here is all of our hardware and things that we need for our assembly. So that's where we have all of our screws, some of our bar stock, some of our wiring for doing electronics and things like that. As we move through here, we have a small assembly bench, some powder coating, some certified raw stock for, again, some of our government jobs. We do have to have certifications on hand. So if we move out of the machine shop now, we're going to be moving into our reverse engineering department and our assembly area where we can do bigger projects. So follow me. So in here, this is our assembly area for when we get bigger projects. Sometimes we'll get vehicles in here we have to do some reverse engineering for. We might get tractors, we might get a lot of different projects. Like I said, we do some really cool stuff down here. So it's a pretty big area. Our whole facility is heated with in-floor heating, so it keeps the temperature very moderate in here. Also what we have in here is we have our reverse engineering lab. And basically all of our reverse engineering is done on these tables. And we'll talk about the tables in another video. We actually make these tables here and we sell them across the country. But we use them quite extensively here for all reverse engineering. So on these tables, we string them together and then we use our FerroArm for digitizing and laser scanning. So a lot of times what we'll get from customers are parts that they want us to reverse engineer, do some work on them, do some design work, and then we machine them and then we give the parts back. And that's kind of the gamut of the type of work we do here. It's really not specific to one type of job. We can do machining, we can do scanning, we can do welding, we do some robotics, wiring, you name it. We have access to a lot of different skill sets, not just inside this building, but around the community from being in the industry for over 20 years now. So this is our, like I said, our bigger, larger assembly area. And then the other department we'll show you is our office. And this is where all the programming, the solid modeling, the graphic design, and everything happens. So this is our office. So basically, we have our manufacturing engineering, our CNC programming, our modeling, graphic design. On this side over here, we do some assembly work, and then we also have our inspection department. So that is the gamut of this building here. We do have another building down the road, which is about another 2,000 square feet. And that building is really used for when we get dirty jobs. So if we have to break a car down to do some reverse engineering on a frame, we do all that at the other facility only because we try to keep this shop very clean. So what I wanted to do was just introduce you again to what Endless Innovations in Mud is. And like I said, we have had customers and clients ask and say, you really should put some videos together, let people know what you're doing in here because you do some real cool stuff. So until the next time, we're going to be putting, again, a whole video series together, but until the next time, stay tuned to our Endless Innovations YouTube channel and Mud YouTube channel, and you'll be seeing a lot of the cool projects. We'll probably put a couple up next week, and we have some cool ones out there on the shelves right now we got to get working on that we can actually show to the public. So until then, I'm Glenn, and we'll talk to you soon.